pencils come in different hardnesses. An HB is the one that we use most. That's your everyday pencil. But then we've got ones that are harder, and this is an H2. And that's got a harder point, and it takes a bit more to make a mark with it. And then we've got a B, which is a softer pencil. See how nice and dark that is. And then we go right to a 3B. And that's softer again and nice dark. Oh, and a 4B. Oh, that's nice dark line. And then this one is an F. And an F can be a point, it's got a real fine point to it. And it's designed so that you can sharpen it to a really fine point, and it stays to a fine point. So that's a difference in the pencils. This one is a charcoal pencil. And charcoal's really soft, but this one's got the wood round it, so it's not quite so messy. If you use sticks of charcoal, then you can get it all over your fingers, but at least this one, with the charcoal being inside the pencil, it's a bit less messy on your fingers. And these pencils are watercolour pencils. Oh, they're nice soft pencils. You can use them for colouring. Blend them together. Add some water. And they become paint. These are some of my favourite pencils because they're solid and they don't need sharpening, but they've got a lovely colour and they're nice soft pencils. And there's nothing worse than you having to sharpen your pencil all the time. And you can blend them together easily. But if you want to, you can still sharpen them to get a nice fine point on them to use for more detailed work. If you're buying pencils or paint or anything, check on the back of the packet for toxicity warnings. Basically, there shouldn't be any. The pencils and everything that are designed for use in schools or colleges should all be non-toxic. These are chalk pastels. They can be quite messy, but they're very soft and very easy to use. I've got sugar paper, which has got a little bit of a roughness to the paper, and it helps the pastels stick to the paper. If you try it on very shiny paper, you don't get such an effect. And you can use your finger to blend in the colours. And one colour goes very easily on top of another colour. don't find with a lot of crayons. And they're very nice to draw with. I think this is starting to turn into a bit of a flower. I hadn't intended to do a flower, but it's quite nice to just start drawing and not know what you're going to end up with. And just enjoy drawing something. And you can keep going and keep making marks. Oh, mine's getting bigger and bigger. Started getting bigger and bigger. I need to make some leaves. Since it's turned into a flower. I haven't got very many greens, I've only got one green, so I'm just mixing some yellow into that as well to make a lighter colour. So even if you have just very few colours, you can blend them together and make different colours. It's nice to get back just to making marks on paper and just enjoy drawing. These are oil pastels and they're similar to the chalk pastels, but they're not quite so messy. Now if you are buying any of these things, try and get a reputable make, because sometimes you buy oil pastels and they're just not as soft as what you would like them to be, and it's a disappointment if you buy cheap ones and they're just not, because you don't need many colours because you can blend them in together. And they go nicely on top of the paper. This is sugar paper again. And you can have some stems coming out. Now these, again, you can go over with a lighter colour on top. Blend them. You can use your fingers. Oh, I've got red going into that one. You can blend the colours in and it softens it.